Happy Black History Month Part 2.
The extended cut.
Welcome to the extension right there, buddy.
We're back. And we're still black.
Love that for
No,
everybody.
no, Nisha. I about to say we're not back. We're black. There's a difference.
I mean, I'm the one who came up with black to do.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
You did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember that to this day.
Ladies and gentlemen, is a moment in Black history.
Mm-hmm. So let's black to do this episode with the opening question. No weapons, no powers, only hands. You have to pick 4 characters to help you in a bar fight.
I got my 4.
Bet. Let's go with Lex.
I got my
ready?
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'll go ahead. So I already know you probably have one that's the same as mine. Actually, that's why I'm just gonna go first. What's up, y'all's local
And you know what?
Black
That's
supremacists?
okay. That's okay.
So with that being said, Asta Iragamagori from Kill la Kill. I just rewatched it, and yes, that man's a mountain. So without powers or Goku uniforms, he can stomp a nigga out. Rayleigh from One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuji Itadori, because that nigga is he just got hands. That's all he got.
And you know what, Lex? We don't have the same one at all.
I was expecting Asta, not
We
gonna lie.
don't. No, because this is who I have. I started off with the king of them all, Yusuke Urameshi. That nigga like throwing hands just for the plot.
That's true.
And I picked Takakura from Hajime no Ippo because that bitch got hands for real. He literally boxed a bear.
He did.
And did.
Next up on my
Cannot forget that.
Next up on my list, I'm gonna give him just a little bit of liquor, just let him be as unhinged as he wants. I'm taking Rock Lee.
I knew that
Rock
was
Lee to the bar.
I didn't pick Rock Lee purely because I knew you were gonna pick Rock Lee.
And to save the best for last, the tank on my fucking team, Yujiro Hanma. I'm getting out that bar unscathed. Fuck you talking about?
I thought about it, but I figured he was gonna talk too much.
Oh, he's gonna talk so much shit.
But see, he gonna talk why he put belt that ass.
Or a foot to chest.
And will. Babe, what about you? You got your 4?
Then definitely will.
Come back to me, actually.
Okay. Then I will go. I got Hiei because I definitely feel like Hiei. I would pick Yusuke, but you already picked him, so I don't want to have duplicates. I'm gonna go with Hiei for me. Then Garp because he did a lot of damage.
Ooh.
No devil fruit power, just straight hockey. And if you think about that, that's just hockey.
He did.
He can do damage with just regular himself. Also Ippo because while he may be short in stature, that Dempsey roll go crazy. If you've seen Hajime Ippo, you know what I mean when I said Dempsey roll. And when he he's stocky, so when he pull back and hit you in the ribs, oh, I'm not getting touched in that bar.
He may be stocky, but he's also short and he's also quick.
He quick and short. And he's stocky. He ain't getting. I'm not getting hit. He not getting hit. We're all good. And then lastly, outside of anime, Battle Beast from Invincible. Because he loved to fight.
Wait. Classy. Wait, no. Okay.
Battle Beast gonna come in that bitch.
I didn't even think.
He gonna low-key be like, this is the best fighters you can do. I'm like, we can go to the Waffle House if you really want to go all out.
Wait, no, because I didn't even
think
that nigga
go
but
kick
wait,
that.
you ate.
Talk about you ate.
No, nigga. No, because nigga, imagine Battle Beast kicking in the door of the Waffle House being like, so I hear this is where the strongest come to do battle.
Yes. It was hilarious.
Mark get his shit rocked for a little.
I would just die laughing if Mark was in the corner just trying to eat his eggs and he see Battle Beast again.
No way, Ash. He walks in and does what you said, and before anyone says anything, you see a fucking chair get thrown at him and it breaks against his face, and he's like, "I'll take that as a yes. Let's go."
Wait, the fry cook with the Black Forces step like hops over the counter.
Oh my god,
Bruh.
Oh, it's gonna be chaotic. I love it.
Yeah, a cook in Black Forces with a hand in his pocket, grabbing that half smoked black and mild from behind his ear.
Yeah.
no,
Yep.
he's not grabbing the black and mild. He's grabbing the half cooked fucking waffle on the waffle iron. He's grabbing that fucking waffle iron,
Nigga getting hit,
and getting it hit.
nigga getting
his
hit
head.
with hot waffle batter bubbling on your fucking face.
Okay, idea.
That's just rude.
It's evil.
Wait, idea before we go back to Dev.
Okay.
That's just rude.
We need to do a photo shoot in cosplay at Waffle House. Outside or inside, I don't care. Just like when we are all cosplaying in our toughest cosplay outfit, we gotta take a picture at Waffle House.
You said the toughest cosplay.
If you got a tough cosplayer,
I wasn't planning on it. I was thinking about not bringing Mirko, but now I feel like I have to.
When you say that, I am bringing my Red Hood assassin.
I just need a picture of me like facing the Waffle House and someone taking a picture behind me talking about going.
That's low key what I'm thinking. Is like we all just have different pictures of us like standing outside the Waffle House, like. So this is where they keep the strongest fighters.
But it's in the pose of me walking like a
JoJo character
from JoJo's.
Yes.
When he was walking towards Dio.
Yes. So we can get that angle. We can get that angle.
Yeah.
We need to do that angle, and we need to do it with us like facing each other, like the before action, like the sequence of a like Street Fighter or something when you picking your character.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
Right there.
Yes, they're gonna be like, "What are y'all doing out here?" Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But before we go any further down any rabbit hole,
they ain't gonna be worried about us. We ain't doing shit more than them fucking crackheads that beat up.
I'm more than the crackheads, Lord. Jesus
anyways,
Christ.
Ev, round us out. What do you got?
So for my first two, I have Sheena and Captain Burns.
Okay.
Just off of hands alone. Next I have Luck from Black Clover.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I had one more.
Is it free ring?
No, because there's no magic.
See, I can't use free ring for this one because free ring really can't fight.
With the axe.
The Shark?
I mean, he damn got powers. He just strong as shit. He got an inferiority complex.
And if that be the case, then it would be between either Stark or Aizen.
Well, I know Stark, like his teacher even said that he was afraid of Stark because of his strength.
Aizen definitely did say that he was afraid of him.
Stark low key.
Like I didn't fight him because I wanted to. I fought him because I was afraid.
Yeah. Fair.
Fear making nigga do some strange shit.
Yeah, but with that being said, it has been a while since we've had the time for all of us niggas to finally be able to schedule some time to record. But welcome y'all to a new fabulous episode of Freaks and Geeks.
Yep.
I am a quarter of your host, Lex. You can catch me on all social media at Part-Time Mirko.
I'll go next. Y'all know me. I'm at Nisha Plays on all social media platforms, also known as Sun God Nisha. If you're a quarter, I guess I'm a dime because I'm a dime piece.
Oh.
And that's it.
And I'm shorter than everybody else.
And that's it.
Okay.
And that's it.
I'm eating today. Damn, I'm hungry. Let's go. Who next?
I guess I'll go next. It's your favorite wide back version of Seasonal Depression, Ash, aka Gibby. You can find me on all social media platforms at Finally Famous.
Next.
What's going on? It's your boy Bevan. Y'all know me as Modest. I am the music Hashira. of this here barbecue business. You can find me on all social media platforms at any variant of the modest musician. You will find me.
Period. Period.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Nisha, you want to open us up with this geeky topic?
Yeah.
Yes, because this is what I feel we all
Hell
have
yeah.
feelings about, because the news came out that we are getting a new Avatar series, which I feel like has been announced and rumored for the last decade since Korra ended. People talked about a continuation, but it has finally been confirmed. We are getting another installment to the Avatar saga, and this time it's going to be they're twins, but only one is the Avatar, and they're Earthbenders. And apparently they gotta fix like a cataclysmic event. They haven't gone into detail. Just know that like everybody hates the Avatar,
Yep.
which caused a lot of discourse online with people blaming Korra and basically saying, "What the fuck did Korra do to send to? What did she do as the last Avatar to get to this point?" Which has also resulted in reviving a lot of Korra hate. Since I feel like all of us are very familiar with Avatar, Last Airbender as a franchise and as fans, I thought it would be interesting to just talk about y'all thoughts about the new series that's coming out, but also let's talk about like why do people hate Korra so much? Go ahead, Lex.
It was the way that she raised her hand so quick.
So, as obviously one of the people in this group has seen both Avatar and Legend of Korra, my thing is the hate towards Korra is literally so forced, because when people always try to use the defense like she created her enemies and whatnot, which is not true. First off, Unalaq was because of Aang, if we're being real. Two, the Red Lotus was trying to attack her as a baby, so she couldn't have created them. The only reason why Zahir got airbending is only because it was literally a byproduct of her recreating the Air Nation.
Yeah.
Like, and my thing is, when it comes to things as an Avatar, not everything is going to be perfect. If you do something really good, because of how the universe works, chances are there's going to be something equally bad that happens. And in this case, it happened that Zahir became an airbender.
Because balance. That's literally balance.
And on top of that, she didn't create Kuvira. Kuvira was a result of Lin's sister in the Earth Kingdom. That is an entirely separate issue that just because of the severity became the reason why the Avatar had to intervene. She didn't create her enemies. She just put a stop to them, which also brings me to the point of how much they discredit her strength and her ability to just overcome shit. Like, y'all are calling her weak and all that, but she literally had to spend years in a fucking wheelchair and overcome both mental and physical trauma while still having poison in her veins.
They put
that mercury poison is not fun.
Like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah. I think
like the same airbender who succumbed to bloodbending, she was able to overcome with airbending. Like, what are we Sans Avatar state, mind you. Season 1 didn't even have to do that.
I mean, not to mention she did like that part. I think people really forget that like she lost her bending, got her bending. Her bending was taken away from her. And it was only through her finally being able to airbend that she was able to connect with the spiritual part of being the Avatar. And I feel like, here's my thing. None of the Avatars have been perfect. Because if we go back to Roku, he could have avoided 100 years of war had he just taken out his best friend. Let's call a spade a spade.
We would have still had the Air Nation if it wasn't for Roku's bitch ass.
If Roku had just you really thought that your friend, when he told you his plans when Sozin's comet was coming around, that he wasn't going to make good on his promise to eliminate the Air Nation, and he basically called the Air Nation like he made them the scapegoat. He just like think they have armies, and like they literally have no armies.
And let's not
at all. Like the Air Nation is one of the biggest pacifists out of all the 4 nations.
Yes.
They literally have doctrines.
And let's not forget, if Roku would have stopped him.
They literally have doctrines stating that they are not to include themselves in worldly conflict. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. And Ash, what are you gonna say?
And also, I was about to say, let's not forget that on top of there still being the air nation, there would still be waterbenders in the Southern Water Tribe.
This is also
Yeah.
true.
This is
Because that nigga
also
took
Very
The
true.
much
all of
Southern
them
so.
too.
Ravens. The Southern Ravens.
Because you know what's funny as we're talking about this and we're counting it is just like I'll go back to saying none of the avatars have been perfect. They have been flawed. And I feel like people have mixed feelings about the live action, but one thing I did like about it, like I liked it. I'll say I enjoyed it. One thing I really liked about it is that they made it very clear that like the pressure of being the avatar is like being looked at as a deity amongst mortals. And like different avatars saw that differently because everybody was basically raised in their singular nation until they went off and
Hmm.
trained with the other nations.
Mm.
So some of them saw them were more connected to like the spiritual world, like water and air, and then other ones just completely shut off the spiritual side of being the avatar. Like I would say, the who was the one that started all was it Wu? Is that his name?
Juan.
Juan.
Juan,
Yeah,
Avatar Juan.
Avatar One. Like
Avatar
I
One,
feel like he shut off. He did the thing that Korra did. Essentially, he cut off the spirit world from the human world in order to keep peace.
which
But
I
we saw, but like there was
which I
still
feel
going to
like
be chaos.
Juan has a right. Right. Juan probably low key pissed at Cora behind that because he's like, I did all of this to separate everyone so there wouldn't be this chaos and motherfuckers can just live how they want to without the threat or the worry of the other fucking world. And here you go just opening this bitch up like it's a
But that's the thing.
motherfucking
There was still
vacation spot.
problems, but we still had problems because the face stealer, like spirits were still finding their way out into the human realm. So it's like
There's more.
yeah, there's never been a perfect solution for whatever any of the avatars have done, except for probably why am I blanking on her name? The baddest bitch of them all,
Yang Chen.
Kyoshi.
Kyoshi. Both of them. Both of them. You know what? Because they have the solutions of if you got to take a life, you got to take a life. But when Kyoshi put that political bullshit to an end with that war that she had and separated Kyoshi Island,
Yeah, man.
about no problems. You didn't hear about no issues. She put her foot down literally as the
Yeah.
avatar.
Yeah.
All I gotta say was, and I feel like for all of this hate and whatnot, it brings
No.
me to when I read the Chronicles of Yang Chen.
Mm,
Um, and that was after I read Kiyoshi's. And first off, Yang Chen was the creator of the technique that Zahir used on the Earth Queen.
yeah.
And that shit was crazy. She used it against the people who could, the firebenders who could do
Mm-hmm.
pyrotechnics from
The
the ground.
combustibles. The
Yeah.
combustibles.
Yes,
The
Combustion
because
business.
combustion benders.
they were created during her
Yeah.
time, which is even more insane. But that's a whole other conversation for
Mm.
time. But her journey battled around the fact that for the argument that Nisha made, even though the Avatar is revered as a god amongst men, all those same people tend to forget that Avatar is also still human.
Yep.
And so
Literally.
because they're
Valid.
human, they're prone to emotion, they're prone to mistakes, they're just prone to the normal human experience.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that,
Yeah.
with the pressure of not one but two worlds, and like trying to keep them together as a singular person, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't
am
want it.
so confused as to how they even stayed sane. I know I would have been like, you know what,
Valid.
fuck it,
And
burn
also,
it.
Yep.
also, Lex, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Yang Chen use that technique on somebody as like, I don't want to say as a torture tactic, but did she do it to get like information out of somebody?
I don't. I not from what I read. I don't know if there's any more books, but I don't think so. I do know
I'm pretty
that
sure.
she
I'm pretty
used
sure
it. She
like
used it as a.
year and a half ago.
She used it as like
I
a
read that somewhere
clandestine
that she
way of
used it.
like. She just used it for assassinations. That's what I know.
Yeah, yeah. What I read up was she didn't use it as like an assassination. She was looking for somebody, and because since they didn't want to tell her where they were, I want to say she used the technique on somebody's daughter to get the mom to talk.
Mm. Oh, I do remember what you're talking about because I've seen people talk about it on TikTok.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'll have to look that up. But that wasn't in the books.
Because that was
something for me to look
that was fucking
into.
wild.
yeah. I don't know if
That was
that was
fucking wild when I read
referenced
that
in like the comics, but
shit.
that has been referenced before. But dang, I mean, every avatar has ruled
Yeah.
differently, and I think the thing to remember is like without being able to connect to their past selves, they really don't have any mentorship besides people who are telling them what they should do as avatars, who are not the
Right.
avatar, who've never been the avatar. Like, I mean, nobody could tell Aang what to do besides like his bending masters and give him advice. But ultimately, they always say like the decision is yours. You're the avatar after all. But like Aang was a 112 years old, but a 12-year-old child given all this responsibility and expected to end a war and lead a rebellion. And like honestly, compared to what, I'm not saying who had it worse or not, because they both had it bad. But I feel like Aang was given a lot more grace because he was 12 years old. Korra was like 16 going into like her early 20s by the time the series ended, and people felt like she was supposed to know everything and be perfect.
Granted, what we saw with Korra spanned years, and what we saw with Aang
spanned months.
Well, literally at most,
like not even a full 6 months. Not even a full 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah, which is why I'm just like, if y'all aren't putting this into true perspective, y'all just being biased based on what you've grown up on. You grew up on Aang, you love Aang, but if we're looking at it from a timeline perspective, I don't want to play Struggle Olympics with this. However, I do feel like Korra had worse. Because here's the thing. Even though, when it came to spiritual aspects, obviously Aang was better, not due to the fact of being Aang, but it's due to the fact that he was raised by airbenders.
Yeah.
So he was brought up on their doctrines and their policies and how they go about doing things. And so he was very knowledgeable on how to deal with spirits, especially with the face dealer. He was already taught about that. He knew what was going on. Most of Korra's villains she learned as she went on. Literally. She had next to no, and then obviously she had next to no knowledge, no prior knowledge, because a lot of them just had vendettas against the Avatar itself and not Korra.
Her per se.
Right.
We should also mention
like,
that like the world
as a kid, the Avatar did X, Y, and Z to me.
But I feel like what's also important is like the timing in the world and the eras that these things take place. Like Aang's era was definitely pre-revolutionary, or on the edge of revolutionary, like things getting more mechanical and using more technology being discovered. Korra was like industrial revolution era, where like the world is changing. Like there's not really like
she was in the midst of that shit.
Right, you got people who are intermingling between tribes and nations at that point, where it's like the regular people who are at that point felt like are outnumbering the benders, almost basically saying like you're our avatar too. And it's like, damn, when you really thinking about it, like, damn, I never thought about the people who weren't benders. I never considered people weren't benders. Like, because like how many benders we saw besides like the Southern Water Tribe, where we saw in Katara's case, like there weren't any benders because they killed them all. They took them all. And then like when you get to the Northern Water Tribe, like damn near everybody is a bender. Like if not
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's like they outnumbered the group, but it's like Korra was dealing with having to not only be the avatar to two different realms, but also being the avatar to benders and then non-benders, which brought in a lot more political mess.
Right.
So, dang.
That's all you can say is dang.
Yeah. My thing is, I can only imagine having to deal with any type of cataclysmic event on your period. I would simply pass away.
I would just try to bloodbend myself. I would just let's just try to bloodbend it out. But why not? I will say
Nisha would be doing that shit. Wait, no, Nisha doing that shit.
It just sounds so painful.
All the fucking scarves out of
like a clown, just a clown.
I can just imagine you waving your hand across your crotch and just all of your blood just coming out. That's just so funny.
Look, what did Katara do? Just this.
Nisha getting ready.
Away.
Nisha getting ready to fight a big bad. You exactly. You getting ready to fight a big bad and be like, once I get the rest of this uterus lining out of me, bitch, that show ass.
I'm gonna turn that shit into a sword. I'm gonna turn it into a metal sword. It's iron. Slaying bitches.
Made.
Did I eat?
10 points. 10 points, Nisha. 10
I
points.
know.
Because that was it, right?
I know in my case, if I can't bloodbend it, then for that week, I'm going to perfect it in my childhood just so I can do this in my adulthood. Just for that week, I'm gonna be in the avatar state. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah. You know what? Valid.
I'm gonna let
Very.
I'm gonna let
Very.
I'm gonna let Kyoshi handle it. I'm gonna let somebody else handle it.
Before we move on, though, I do want to going back to my original question. Why do y'all think people hate Korra so much? Is it because
he's black?
I knew Lex was gonna go there.
Besides that,
besides
that,
and I'm gonna just push the issue because they can't beat
Mhm.
me up. I just feel like everybody want to blame Korra versus blaming Aang for the shit that he did because they feel like it's easier to put all the blame on a woman. I said it.
Well, also, yeah, she's a black woman.
I mean,
no one's more hated than a black woman.
Malcolm X said it truthfully. He did
if you see history being repeated within so much media these days, and you have to think about it and be like, okay, so this is happening here. See, it's and not to go off of topic. I said this about One Piece. I definitely said this about One Piece. How I said that One Piece was a political piece, and how all of what's happening within that era is happening here now. It's the same with Legend of Korra. It's the same with the Last Airbender. Whatever is whoever whoever is the one that creates these cartoons are fucking geniuses because they always find some way to add whatever type of anecdote or whatever type of political anecdote. They just sprinkle it in.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh, this is what's happening, and it's like you have to pay attention because people just watch anime and cartoons just for the sake of nostalgia and just for the sake of it being like a safe space. But when you're watching these cartoons and you're paying attention to the shit that it's happening, and then you think back on it, and it's like, oh, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
Present day. So it's like
pretty much.
We also
pay attention to the signs because there are signs everywhere.
Well, unfortunately, majority of these fan bases also do not pay attention to nuance, or nor do they understand
At all.
comprehend it. So I think that'll continuously go over people's heads, sadly.
I think it will
because context clues are everything.
I think at the end of the day,
clues are everything.
These niggas don't know how to read.
That part. Nuance, context, comprehension. They are not teaching the children comprehension.
I was gonna say they're not even teaching any comprehension anymore.
They're not.
Not at all.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, I think when it gets revealed, we're gonna find out that once Korra died, whoever was in charge decided, let's besmirch her legacy. Let's use her as a scapegoat. Because I low-key feel like if I was Korra, I would live out the rest of my days with my bae in the spirit world, away from humans. Because I feel like every time she saved the world, she's been demonized.
and you know who besmirched her name and who discredited her after she died? The government.
The Earth Kingdom. Huh? Who?
He said the government.
Oh.
I said the government.
Which, I mean...
I was going to say the Earth Kingdom, because for some reason they're always...
I mean, you saying government, Earth Kingdom, basically the same thing.
Because they're always at the forefront of some of these fucking issues. It's always something within the fucking Earth Kingdom.
The Earth Queen tried it.
Valid.
And we saw what happened to her. And then Kuvera tried it. And we saw what happened with that. Now we're...
Yep.
I think that could be the case. Or, you know, what is it? What do they call themselves? The United Nations or whatever they call themselves. I can see them like, well, she really screwed us over. Okay, let's just blame it all on her and move forward. And like just
Yeah,
in the
pretty
history
much.
books, we'll tell the kids that like she was the last bad Avatar.
But at the same time, though, that's like splitting between a political issue and a humanitarian issue.
I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes those lines are blurred and they become the same issue.
yeah, yeah. Either way,
And
I can't wait to find
and
out
in this and
what
in this case, all
happened.
of those issues were blamed on Korra.
They had a famine. She did. They were like, see, it's her fault. She wasn't here to water these crops. She was in the spirit world.
Is it?
Like,
Which,
You got plenty of other
See,
waterbenders that can do the same thing.
see, if if if,
but,
if Avatar Korra truly cared about us, she wouldn't have died. What?
but
And I'd have been like, do you hear you when you talk? Like,
let's not focus on obviously like the negatives. But
yes.
me personally, what I'm most excited about for the new series is so we can tell with every new Avatar is a new age industrially. So
Mm,
obviously, it was
Yes.
more what's the word I'm looking for? Like all they had like normally was like airships and whatnot in
yes.
Aang's time frame. And then obviously we went into the Industrial
Yes.
Revolution with Korra. Are they gonna have like phones and shit? For like this
I
for
was
the new
thinking
one?
the same thing.
Like, are
Are
they
they
gonna
gonna have
have like
phones?
tablets? Are they gonna have
Yeah.
like
I
modern
I'm
have a
I'm pretty
feeling
sure
that
they're
it may
gonna
be
at this
more.
point.
I have a feeling that it may be a bit more futuristic, but in the same sense, archaic.
So I think we might get something that's like 90s, early 2000s. Like, because obviously they
That
don't have to
sounds
go
about
like
right.
too
That's what I was
new,
thinking.
Mm,
but I feel like it would still go with the proper flow of time from
Mhm.
like what it looked like in Korra's time, which like if
1920s.
the
Yeah.
1920s had mechs,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing
Yeah,
is
Yes.
that threw me off because like you can't make a cell phone, but you can make a mech. But that's just me. That's just me. But
Priorities.
right,
Like
right,
a
right.
motherfucker.
But I feel
We
like that
we
kind of without
we
making
got
it
we got mech
political,
suits around this bitch, but I still gotta listen to the air bit to the
To the
without
radio.
making it political,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that gave America a lot. And because I'm just like we were so focused on war that we forgot to or not forgot, we just put everything else on the back burner when it came to modern
hmm
technology.
Yeah.
sounds,
Because we had the atom
sounds
bomb
about
before we
right.
had a cell phone.
Nah, dead ass.
So
That's what I was about to say. I'm about to
Yeah.
say
madness,
You're
we
right.
got
You're right.
mech
madness.
suits, but in order for me, we got the mech suits, but in order for me to know anything about what's going on with the bending games, I either have to go in person or listen on the fucking radio.
Pretty much.
again, they were making
I
a
That
mean, at least we
makes
still
laser.
had at least we still had the radio.
They were making a laser made from spirit vines, and we still didn't have cell phones. Like
They
if that wasn't America, I don't know what was. Like
nigga.
yo, like they made movies. They did at
That
least find
yeah,
what
they had movers.
they called movers.
Yeah.
Movers,
They
not
had movers.
movies,
Oh my.
movers.
Movers, yeah,
Okay. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
let's move this along real
That's
quick.
the
The
part.
last thing,
That's the
if
part that
one
pissed me off.
character, if one character from the core series is alive, no explanation, just say who you want it to be. I'm gonna go first. Bolin.
Janora.
Damn it.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Damn it.
Good one. She could be the mentor. Okay.
Damn
Okay.
it. That's
That
who
is a
I was
good one.
about to
Oh,
say.
that's fine.
That
That
is a
is fine.
good
You
one.
can just say it.
I want actually, since we're talking about the airbending kids, I
Mm-hmm.
want the goofy nigga to be. I just want to see what he turns. I don't remember his name, but I just want to see
Ooh.
what kind of person he turns into.
Oh, I'm gonna look up his name
You
real
Oh,
talking
quick.
one of
about Tenzin's
Janora's younger
son?
brother.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah,
watch him be some
Yeah.
like
yeah.
No.
original.
I need to see that development right there.
Watch him
Milo.
I
become
need
like
that development right
The
there.
no. Watch him become like the Avatar
Milo,
versus
yes,
version of like
Milo.
Mhm.
yeah. Just
Yes.
watch him become like the Avatar versus version of like fucking Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh my god.
Lord.
That'd be
Bruh,
insane. That would be
bruh.
insane.
Motherfucker, the new the new Avatar gonna walk in and he gonna try to intimidate him, and by him going by the Avatar knowing about the past lives, just looks at him and be like, "What's up, Milo? How do you know my name?"
Who are you?
Ash, which one would you want? And then we'll move on to the freaky topic.
I can't remember her name. It was the Toph's daughter, the metal bender. Well, the nice metal bender.
Oh,
They be dead.
Suyin?
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 Yeah,
Suyin. She be dead.
She might be dead. She gotta be dead.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna live as long as Toph did, because Toph was 10.
No, but we're no, Ash, we're being realistic right now.
Yeah, like who would realistically be alive? Because I think it's been 100 years in Seven Heavens.
Seven Havens.
7 Havens. Come on.
This nigga said it don't matter, no question asked. But now it's like, let's be
Nigga.
realistic. As soon as I get the motherfucking mic in my hand, these motherfuckers. You know what? Just continue on. Fuck y'all. Y'all done made me mad.
You could have said her daughter. I mean, that's Bolin's wife.
Opal?
Yeah. She'll be an airbender. Yeah. She could be the airbender teacher to the Avatar. You never know.
Stubborn nigga aside, let's get to the freaky topic.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Freaky topic time. Okay. Anyways, Ash has a leg. We will soldier on. Okay, so I feel like the media has lied to us. Y'all behave. Hey, behave.
I didn't say anything.
I know it was him. I see you. Anyways, freaky topic time. I feel like the media has lied to us when it comes to dating somebody when you work with them, or like pursuing somebody at your job, but specifically whether it's dating or hooking up or like having a full-fledged relationship with people at a place you work at. And I'm talking about in your fucking department, like you see each other all the time. What are the pros and cons?
I feel like the military is a social.
Ain't no fucking pros
because
not near pro in life.
I will say this. It depends, because for something that didn't have to do with me, looking outward, my old roommates in Cali were, not only were they married, but they both had the same job and worked in the same office.
Oh God.
But they weren't like high ranking, so I guess it was okay. But they made it work, but they were also white, so it's different. I feel like, me personally, only because I haven't dated anyone in like my same office, but I guess I have technically hooked up with someone in my same office. No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? Like, was it worth it being 10, and then 1 being you regret that shit?
I will say, so no, I don't regret it because it was great. But I would say, as long as you and the other person are on the same wavelength when it comes to like keeping everything like low key or like on the down low, it's good. Everything's copacetic.
Because not everybody need to be in your business anyway, and that's one thing that gets on my nerve too with those type of things.
But also, if the other person is like not that the person like tries to be like, I don't know, like hypersexual or whatever, and trying to find any and every reason to like duck off, people are gonna catch on when after so many times they realize you and this other person are always ducking off somewhere. Or if everyone's present and just you two just so happen to be missing every single time, people are a lot smarter than we give them credit for, unfortunately. But they'll catch on.
They will.
So I feel like it can work, not in the sense that like everyone can do it, because not everyone can do this. Not everyone's capable of that. But
not at all.
The small percentage of people that can make it work, and unfortunately, those people are also in the military.
I feel like it's because y'all understand that you're going to be in close proximity
a lot.
If you do
we see our coworkers more than our families.
Damn.
Yeah. No.
Ash, Bev, y'all want to weigh in before I do?
Would I ever?
There ain't no fucking.
I mean,
I've
it's
Go
never.
ahead, Bill.
I'll
would you?
say I've never dated anybody at any job that I've been in. Thank you,
Mhm.
God. However, I have seen it happen. I have seen it happen. And again, like Lex said, it depends. It's like it depends on the person. Like sometimes it can work, sometimes it won't. And it's like with this particular situation, it was like because one was from one department and the other was from another.
Mhm.
However, we both departments worked in tandem.
Right.
So it was like you saw it, but at the beginning you didn't really see it. But when it just happened, but as time progressed, and it's just like, okay, so and so was dating this one, so and so was. I'm like, okay, all
Mhm.
right. It's like it's cute at the beginning, and this is from the outside looking in. It's cute at the beginning, but then when you see it as time progresses, it can get a little monotonous,
Mhm.
and it just be like, oh, this is what it is now. And mind you, with this particular couple, the one person they don't even work at the company anymore. So it's like, yeah, they found a new position and everything. They was like, listen, I am too smart and I am too pretty to be sitting here just doing nothing at this goddamn desk. You got me fucked up. I got brains and I got smarts and I got looks, goddamn. I'm gonna do something with what I got, so I'm gonna leave. But y'all ain't paying me anyway because this motherfucking place is toxic as fuck anyhow. So you can go ahead and kiss my ass and bark at the moon. But again, it depends. It works. It can work. Would I decide on trying it? Never. I've never done it, and I don't see myself doing it because that shit's messy.
I
Mhm.
That shit's
will
way too messy.
I will chime in after Ash
Okay,
because I just had something to add on to mine, but
that's fine.
I'll let you go first.
I feel like it's only fun if you're like it's only fun to a certain age. So I'd say like by the time you've hit like mid 20s, that shit ain't fun no more. And
I
it's
can
just like
agree.
I can't
That
like
does
me
make sense.
personally, like like younger me, like 20, 22, 23. Fucking right. I'd have been with the functions, but I'm unking training now. So no, fuck no. I'm not about to be fucking
I'm
somebody
unk
in
and
the same area that I gotta be
training.
working and like no, I can't because I talk to people I when I'm especially if when I'm in like a good headspace, I'm very friendly and very easy to talk to. And if
Mhm.
you one of the motherfuckers to be like, oh, you've been talking to such and such all day, and that starts to become an issue, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna quit you before I quit my job, bitch. Uh, I'm gonna need you to understand that respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will quit you
So
before I quit this pension, goddamn.
get your shit together now, right? Either get it together, or I'll just be like, I don't know what it is with such and such, but she just seems to bring such a hostile, attitude to the work environment. I think she might need to transfer to a different, part of the building or something. I don't know, something to help her out. I'm just saying. I'm looking out for her and what's
I
best for
take
the
offense
business.
to that, calling a black woman hostile. Anyways,
Right. You better not be pulling that on one of our black sistren.
because that's anti-black.
Mm.
But I wanted to add to my
Sister
point
in
and say that it works more. Well, it's more likely to work in unconventional workspaces. So like a normal office job, probably not. Like
Mhm.
it's just not going to work. It's too monotonous to remain exciting outside of a
Mhm.
short term period. And after that, you're like, all right, nigga, like I see you at work and I see you at home. Like I'm good. But like for me, it's like, say for instance, perfect example. We were aircraft maintenance. Shit changes all the time. And
Mhm.
and it was a high paced environment. And there are some times when we were super stressful. And especially if we were working like a long ass shift. And but it was just like us. And so when it got time when we had like some downtime at work and there wasn't anyone there, we can duck off and get busy
Mhm.
and come back, everything's copacetic. And we're cool. And on top of that, I don't see you at home because this is just a work relationship. You were just my work nigga. So
that
that was
ass.
good. But like
Mhm.
a normal office job, that ain't working. Especially like
And
to Ash's point, maybe like depending on age groups, it will differ in
That
how
That.
how it goes for the
Mhm.
dynamics. I do because I do want to add, even though like in some areas late 20s, I'm about done, Ash, but like in late 20s it could become like
Oh, you good.
monotonous or like I'm not feeling do this. But that I feel like that's job specific because I have seen some late 20s, early to mid 30s even getting
Yeah.
busy in some areas where they shouldn't have been getting busy at. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
plenty of stories on that one. I can tell y'all.
and it's funny
It's
that you
like
and it's
I don't
funny
even.
that you
It's like
mentioned
I don't even
and
know
it's
why
funny
you.
that you mentioned age too, because again, like with the situation at my last previous job, the young girl was 19
Oh.
and the girl that she was dating was 23. This was 2 years ago. Mind you, this was her first lesbian relationship.
They
Oh
already bought a
no.
house and got a dog.
that's grooming.
Yeah. No,
No, but for real, that is
that
that age is too questionable for me because I'm sorry.
I
If I'm
can't even take you on a date, nigga.
I'm
Where
over the
we
age of 21 and talking to somebody who's 19, go away.
well, she was 19 turning 20 at the time that she started.
still can't drink,
Still can't drink.
Didn't matter
She's
to her.
exactly.
She
She
found a
still
way.
can't drink.
and that's the
Oh
She
my.
problem.
found a way, and it also didn't help that she's British too, so it didn't really help her because in Britain you're allowed to drink at 16. So it's like,
I'm sure
Well,
she
if
was
you're a Brit
disappointed over
Black,
too.
you're
Oh
automatically
my
half black to me.
god.
So
Yeah, yeah. I'll jump in with my two
Yeah.
cents real quick.
But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Because I feel like my
yeah.
reasoning for bringing this up, I think Ash, your story sparked the idea like earlier this week on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can share the story. You don't have to go into the details,
Yeah.
but like that made me think about like, well, how has the media lied to us about this? Because like Lex and Biv, we love a good workplace romance, especially a steamy
I
one.
mean, it can be cute.
It can be
It
cute.
can be,
It can be,
can be.
but in reality, I could never do that shit because the moment I gotta give you a critique, the moment if I'm in charge or if you're in charge of me, and if you give me that critique and it's like, and you try to bring in like, your role as my man into our workplace, oh, I'm gonna click the fuck out. Like I'm
That's where it gets messy.
yeah.
That's where it gets messy because if you're gonna bring
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
if you're going to bring in your personal business within your work, nah, dog. Mm-mm.
Also, just to be
That's a disaster waiting to happen, baby.
No.
That is a train wreck waiting to
Nah.
happen,
And
baby.
it's
like
gonna
and like
happen.
you said,
I feel like it's one thing if
yeah.
like
And
I
like
guess in my case, it's one thing if y'all are on the same level when it comes to like responsibilities and not one's not supervising the other. That's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
However,
Hmm.
say for instance, the person that you fucking is like ranking a little higher than you, and obviously it's one thing to tell me to do something as my supervisor. It's okay. I got that. I get that. That's normal. But again, like to Nisha's point, you try to tell me to do something not as my supervisor or my commander or whatever, but as my man at work. Oh,
Clicking off.
good luck driving home because I'm slashing your tires. So yeah,
Three of them.
It disgusts me because I just be like, and
Three of them.
it reminds
and
me because like
see,
going back to like, the age idea, it's like in college, it's kind of like college, like the idea of dating different classmates at the same time, like everybody understood their role. I'm talking to him, he talking to her. I'm talking to him, he talking to me, whatever. But like as soon as once I got to like being like a junior in college, I was like, this shit lame as fuck. I ain't dealing with this bullshit because I gotta see y'all in different classes and
constant.
like
yeah,
constantly, and then like working. It was what did it for
yeah,
me? It was working on group projects with somebody that I had hooked up with,
Lord.
and it was the way that I immediately when he's like, "You could just do that part." I'm like, "I can do what?" I'm like, "I can do what?"
You want
He's
to
like,
rephrase that as a
"You
question,
want to
nigga?
rephrase that as a question?" He's like, "Well, no, like you've already done this and that. You might as well go ahead and give the
Might
presentation."
as well. Fuck about to help.
Right. He ain't do a fucking thing. That's when I realized he was a dumbass.
um,
He was just He was just a dumbass.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
Go
like
ahead,
you
Ash.
said, to the extent of Lex saying to the extent of like, it being like super like higher up or higher ranking, these motherfuckers at my job ain't even one don't even outrank the other. They both the same fucking rank. Yet, long story, Nisha, these motherfuckers, only one of them is supposed to be my training officer. But my training officer is letting her boyfriend micromanage and determine what the fuck I need to be doing.
I will air out laundry.
See,
I'm like in my head, I'm like, okay, who am I supposed to be responding to? Actually, her or you? Because it's like, at this point right now where I'm at, I don't have to do a whole lot of paperwork. But she's like, okay, you're going to eventually have to do it. So let me just give you a head start on it now so you can kind of see what it's going to look like before you get into it. He stops her and was like, nah, you just do the paperwork because we got to do X, Y, and Z with him. I'm like, I thought she was the one that's supposed to be determining what I do in training, not you.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing that I don't like. That's the thing that I don't like. Yeah, don't treat me like a fucking yo-yo, okay? Because if I am assigned to one particular person, let me be assigned to that one particular person, okay? Let me be that direct report to that one person. Don't you be coming up in my shit talking about, oh, I should be doing this when I'm not even your direct report. Don't do that shit because that's where shit gets messy.
And you know what's crazy? And that's not even the worst part of it all. The worst part of it all, these motherfuckers work the same exact shift together. So y'all leave the house, go to work, and go back home together same time.
Oh hell no.
This
motherfucker
decided to have a whole argument with her because he's had plans for them to do something on Friday, and she forgot to mention that she picked up an extra shift on Friday. So he felt some type of way about that.
I just don't like people fucking with my money. We can fuck, but don't
that part, like you can go ahead and fuck on his dick and fuck on her crotch, whatever the fuck you want. But don't fuck with my coins, bitch.
Because it's weird. I've hated
coins, bitch.
It's like working with people, and we can start to wrap up this conversation, start to do the outros in a little bit. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, even working for like a company where like, maybe it's owned by the wife and the husband, hate that shit. I immediately want to leave because I feel like it's only a matter of time before that dynamic creeps into the workspace and then it's everybody else's problem. Or I just like, it's weird seeing men or women can do it too. I'm not going to be sexist, but I feel like it happens more often with men when they kind of like baby girl somebody where it's just like it's kind of like just because you higher up than me, that like now you're telling me what I can and can't do, and like because we're in a relationship, but like you're not even my direct report, you're not my boss. You know what I mean? That energy is like, it has never appealed to me. So again, the media lied to us. Office romances only work in slutty, smutty anime and books.
Okay.
And yeah, as I look at my Lore Olympus books, that's the only
girl. That's it.
And one of them has to, one of the partners has to at least own the company in order for it to work.
Yes. Because I might as well be fucking the CEO. Because why would I bother with
Can't get no higher than that.
Not at all.
That. You might as well, and consensually.
Consensually.
I want to.
Yeah, you can't get no higher than the motherfucker that approved.
Oh, go ahead.
Right? Free. No, I'm about to say consensually, and don't get no higher than the motherfucker that literally signs your paychecks.
True.
Yeah.
True that. But with that, it has been another illustrious episode of Freaks and Geeks. I will let y'all sign off, and we can save the best for last. Me.
Oh wow. Well, I'll go first because, I think I consider myself the best. Not making this competition. But
it's not a competition. We both win. Lex. We're black women.
Actually, it's Black Women's History Month.
It
Fuck white women. But yeah. So we are the best. Oh yes, we are. But
Yes.
it has been a great episode dealing with y'all niggas. My name's Lex. Again, y'all catch me on all social media, part-time Miracle.
Y'all can find me on any variant of the Modest Musician on social media. And as I say, every time, wash your ass, please.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. That's all I ask for.
I just before I do this quick outro, I just want to say that the amount of mayhem that was caused during Black History Month, I can't wait to see how we take it even higher this coming month. All I'm gonna tell y'all is y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Finally Famous, and also be on the lookout because I got some new cosplays cooking for you motherfuckers. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Same. Me and our cosplay bags. And of course, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Nisha Plays. Also, just probably in my corner listening to the epic soundtrack over and over and over.
And listen, you and I blame you. I blame you. You in the green hoodie right there. I blame you.
I think I'm one of the few people left on this earth that hasn't seen it. So
it's not anything really much to see, but more so to listen to.
Just wait until that shit get animated, and it's like Twilight of the Gods, but singing,
girl,
songs and violent. But that's
girl.
It. Damn it! Wait.
What?
Can I mention something real quick?
Go ahead.
So I'm not sure if any of y'all have seen it. On either YouTube or Instagram, wherever you might have saw it, but there's a animation that dropped from that's a Black girl anime.
Pretty please, I don't want to be a magical girl anymore. We need to get her on the show. We gotta get her on the show.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yes.
hold on, wait. Ash, I just want for you and I to pay attention to how much elation that came out of the both of them. Okay, I want the both of us to pay attention to the level of elation and virality that came out of the both of them. It was so great. It was beautiful.
Do it. Talk
that
about
nigga with a lead pipe.
She summoned a lead pipe, not a wand, not a ray.
Now that I think about it, I did see that. My God.
She only used her wand to stop his attack, and then after that, she was like, "Nah, give me the pipe."
Grab that lead pipe and wore his ass.
The other girl was like, "You don't have like a beam or like a something magical?" She was like, "What's more effective than a lead pipe? Get the job done." And I'm like,
wore that ass.
It's like, hey, in some scenarios, a lead pipe could be magical. I'm just
real quick. Let me just read the synopsis for folks so y'all know to check it out. There is the first episode pilot on YouTube. It's called Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. It's a story about a girl named Aika who, you guessed it, doesn't want to be a magical girl. She's fallen out of love with her work over time, but gets a job done regardless. Relatable. Fucking relatable. Will she be able to reignite her passion with the help of her magical sidekick, Hoshi, and her new best friend, Zira? Or will these pesky evildoers, Eclipse and Lady Devoid, continue to bring her down? Who knows? And it is beautiful. It is like, it's so cute. If you ever wanted to have like a relatable Black girl, like magical girl show,
that's it.
Yeah. Look, I just for the listeners and the viewers, once you type in Pretty Please, it's literally the first thing that pops up on YouTube.
It's so good. Wow. It's so good. And make sure y'all go follow the director and the creator. Her name is Kiana Khansmith. Go and like the video, watch it, subscribe to her channel, like give her all the support possible. She has merch that is available. Like, we're just gonna clip this and post it this week because truthfully, yes.
I don't know if you can see it, but I just like to subscribe. So
I want to cosplay her so bad. And I want to walk around with a lead pipe.
It's that pipe that is sending me through the motions, Lord.
That ass.
It's his last pipe, Lord.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Yep.
Oh God.
Out now, because I got locks, and she has locks, and her hair is stars. Like, it's in stars. Oh my god.
Yo.
Oh,
Ash, once again, just pay attention to the sheer enjoyment
Hey,
and virality
hey,
because I'm here for
I'm just here to I'm here to enjoy the look of enjoyment on their faces at this point. Goddamn it,
that
I'm just
that
here.
point, that part because
And
But let's go ahead and
and look,
call it night.
before we close out, before we close out, just like how I watched y'all enjoy your moments.
yes.
Men, you see how you can just let women enjoy themselves and not say shit and interfere? Let them have their
yeah,
fucking fun.
You see how easy that was?
this is a prime example, fellas. You see how women are so happy with when they enjoy shit that they like. Learn from us when we let them enjoy what they like. And just shut up.
You might get
So
yourself
And if
pussy.
and the first nigga that come in the comments, they got a problem and call me and pick me. Remember, your mama picked me to tell you to go take the trash out. Y'all have a good one. It's been Freaks and Geeks.
love y'all. Do better, nigga.